Well, hello guys, welcome back to episode number 1 now of season number 4 of this Road to Glory Sunderland career mode. Yes, it's Sunderland as it is right now, although as manager rating's a little bit low, we have a brand new season to bring to you. We're in charge of a team. We haven't been sacked by our second club just yet. Actually, to be fair, I'm being a bit harsh on myself. We had a really good season last time out. I highly suggest not just watching the last episode, but watching the entirety of episodes before this one. So even if it takes you a while, get on it. And today it's a new season, so we're going to try and hit 50 likes. That's a bit optimistic. Can we hit 50 likes today? And of course, if you're not already, subscribe to the channel as we're going to go through everything one by one. It's signing day, it's new season day, it's everything. But we start with the board expectations, or I'm going to try and start with these most times. As youth development, we've got 17 players eligible for that. Brand exposure, signed 2 players from South America today, which is the lower halves, like Chile, Brazilian. We could get some Brazilian flair in this team, as they want us to fight for promotion, which we did last time, and reach a round of 16, which we failed to do last time in the FA Cup. And financial, 2 years, we've got to make 1.6 million off of youth sales, so at least we can actually give players long contracts now. We don't have to watch a salary growth, as the transfer budget is 7.4 with 77k in the wage. If we knock that down to like 10, we can have 10 million, and yeah, that's a lot, but I'm going to keep it at 65 to 35% ratio. Let's keep it at that just to make sure we can actually sign players on high wages now, as we've got pre-season tournament of Adana, Dermispor, Trabzonspor and Royal Antwerp. It's like we always have them, as I'm not going to take you through the squad like that. I'm going to take you through it in the hub because we do have players going out on loan. Still got an injury to Cameron Burgess for 5 days, but we did do the roundup at the end of last season. So where's these loan players I want to show you? Yes, we've got Gavin Howell going to Wimbledon. This was in the off-season, the 17-year-old. And Ewan Buchanan going to Walsall. I think that's the only 2. It is the only 2. And apart from that, we should have most of the squad back. Burgess and 09 just got the plasters, so the day's away. And Drew Yearwood's still injured for quite a while, as this at the moment looks like it could be my potential starting 11 going into the new season. But of course, bids will come in and bids will most certainly go out. But nothing on the first day of the window, as I've got a full list of players that I'm going to try and sign in everything, as we've had an increase in budget. And Oldham Athletic wants Sean Bourne on loan. That is perfect. Get him out, as I might as well just play that team I just showed you for this Trabzonspor game. So 4-1-2-2-1. That's a weird formation, that is. So quick simulate this. Can we get a win with our, well, similar side? No, it's a 2-2 draw, as Kelly, Campbell, Singh and Moreno get the goals. Not too bad. They are an okay side, so I'd take a draw, as I'll just show you the list, because there is one player who's a free agent I want to sign straight away to make sure no one else gets him, as this is the list of players we have right here. There is quite a few. A couple of free agents on there as well, and I don't plan on signing all of these, but these are just the initial players that I want to get in. And the first one is Marlon Romeo, the one right at the top. I do want to sign. I am a fan of Matheson, but this guy, when I saw he was a free agent at the end of last season, I never mentioned it, but I definitely do want to sign him up. From Millwall, who I think are in the division below. I'm not too sure. There might be in our division and I've just never noticed, but let's try and sign him. He's going to probably be the highest paid player, but I don't care. Might be worth it. Definitely hope he's worth it. He's going to get a crucial role. A 2-year contract is perfect for this guy, as we'll accept no release clause, and then his wage is down to us. Will 11k be enough? I feel like it might be 11.5. Appearance fee is going to have to go, mate, if you want to sign for us, as it does. And that's it wrapped up straight away. A very, very good fullback. Sorry, Matheson, but you are now onto the bench, as Denver Hume's going to have to go into the reserves. Feel even worse for him, as he's coming straight into the team as Romeo. I feel like that's a good signing. Our fullbacks are probably complete now, as I don't think I'm going to slow down with these signings as well. Let's go in for another one. There's one I do want to get in, if we can go on the loan deal, which it says we can, is Teden Mengi. So we'll try and loan him from Manchester United, 73 rated. I'm a bit sceptical on his wage, of course, but hopefully we can just get like a normal, maybe 50-50 or something, as we want him for 1 year. Solskjaer's still in charge, as they want us to pay 28. Right, 28's too much. I'm willing to pay under 20, 35, 50-50 is not really good. 40, 60s highest I'll go. Solskjaer says no problem. That's a lot on a player, but I'll take it for Teden Mengi. Hopefully he comes through the door, as that's 2 straight off the bat. We've got a lot of free agents right here as well. And I think I'm going to go in for my second one straight away. Herbie Kane, 25-year-old, 72 rated, was a youth academy prospect from Liverpool. Spent his days at Barnsley and Hull, I think, on loan. Now has been released, so we're going to try and poach him. Wants an important role, which I'm going to give him, and a 3-year contract. I think this guy is high rated and younger than Luke 09, you know. So the captain could be in doubt for next season. He hasn't been back in a while, as we're going to remove the appearance fee, of course. And he's going to want 11k. The wages are going up, but these players that we are signing, these are really good quality. And 3 off the bat on the first day. Hopefully Mengi goes through, but that could be 3 on the bat. And finally another midfielder. We need these, don't we? The amount of injuries we get in this position is mental. Now we'll try and simulate some days to see if anything happens, as Sean Bourne's loan has been agreed for 1 year with Oldham. That's a good one. Didn't want him going out full time, as... yeah, I mean, our signings aren't complete. We've still got quite a bit of money, as we've got an offer here for a player. It's $250,000 for Corey Evans, and to be fair, that's a fair deal. I'm going to let him go to Amarabieta, I think that's how you say it, as Teden Mengi has decided to come in for a year from Man United. Perfect. And we are going to simulate this second game against Antwerp, who won their first game, as the 3 new signings are in this squad straight away. And what's the score going to be in this one? It's another 2-2. Okay, Campbell with a goal, Eggestein, Pritchard and Fisher with the leveller. I don't mind that too much, as is there anything else we can get done right here? Any more business? I mean, being very quick with it at the start. No one particularly going out as well, and I don't really transfer list players. Maybe that's something I should do, let me know in the comments, but I always try and avoid it, as maybe we can get some loan deals, another one for Cassidy. Maybe a Mechi who's fallen out of the squad. I've sent more scouts out as well here, as we've got the next game up. Might as well just dance through these. We could be through to a next round, as... oh, Corey Evans has broken down. I wish I could have got him out of the squad, to be fair, as I have loan listed these 2 players. They are sporadic and rotational roles, respectively, so hopefully they do get some crucial roles at their new clubs, as we'll use the same team. Quick sim again. Probably shouldn't do this, but we're just going to do it, as it's another draw. This time 1-1. Pritchard and Akintola with the goals. And are we still in pre-season after that, or are we out? We are out, okay. Maybe, actually, we get onto the first game of the season today, because we've been very quick. Got signings done. We can still make more, and, of course, we got the first game. That's who would it be against? It would be against Rotherham away from home. That's not a bad start, you know. That's a start that we should be doing well with, as we've got an offer from Ghent for Dominic Thompson. I said I would let him move up in the world, but Ghent may be a continental football team, but I don't think it's the levels he would probably want to go to. And I've got plenty of scouts out looking for players in the meantime, as we're going to simulate on. I feel like next up is maybe a backup striker for Tyrese Campbell, because we do have Benikafobe and Cassidy, but Cassidy hopefully goes out on loan. And Benikafobe, do I trust him in a promotion, like, battling team to keep on going? Probably not as much as I would want to, so we'll look for a new one. Zamechi has a loan deal right here, and it's a 2-year one from Bologna. Now, I don't want him going out for 2 years, so we're going to give it 1. Hopefully he accepts. As we've got an offer for Gilles Maggi as well, and this is one I definitely wanted. It's over $1 million for the centre-back, who's like 4th or 5th choice right now, so that's definitely accepted. As Amechi's come back with the Bologna offer. Well, Bologna's come back with the Amechi offer, and it's 1 year, so we'll accept it. Perfect business done, as we've got a loan offer here as well for one of the no-faces, Dan Neal, so we'll accept that one as well, as we've got offers in for, well, not offers in, but scout reports back on players that I'm still looking at. And I do think I've found my backup striker right here. It's a striker who I was a big fan of last season, and I'm tempted to say Elijah Adebayo, should I say, but I feel like Luton's quite close to us in the league, and they probably don't want to just make that quick shift across. We've got Tyrese John Jules there, who's 72 rated, 23, looks very decent, but I'm going to go for championship experience. He scored a lot of goals for Peterborough last season. Johnson, Clark, Harris. Now, John Jules might be the more sensible option, of course, because he's younger and got more potential, but no, experience. I don't want John Jules outgrowing Tyrese Campbell as well, who will be our starter for the foreseeable future, so Clark Harris is going to hopefully be the backup if we can sign him right here. As what does he want? What role? rotational. Please take it. He does. That's good work from him, as we'll take a 2-year contract because he is, of course, 30-year-old still. Accept no release clause, and the wage is a good one. Take that appearance fee off. Hopefully he doesn't step his wage up, and he doesn't. 11.5k for Johnson Clark-Harris, and we have got our 4th signing and backup striker. Very satisfying right there. So, if I take him off, the bench is almost fully 70 rated. It's almost there. I'm going to take Van Acker out as well for 09. It's just the backup goalkeeper we really need now. Or maybe a first choice, but Baba I'm a really big fan of. So it would be Hash, not Baba out, still 19 years old. So yeah, made quite a few decent signings already, and I honestly don't know what more we can do before actually seeing them play, because if they play bad then we can of course use the money that we've got, because we've got quite a bit of money. They've all mostly been free agents to sign someone else, and of course we can use the loan market and everything. So I think this window's going very, very, very well for us, as we've got some youth academy players right here, hopefully some good ones this time around, as I'm actually going to show you the academy after promoting some players. Here we go. Ooh, got a decent little keeper there. Aidan Clark, 16-year-old from Scotland, but we've got James Morgan as well, who's been here a while. So I'm going to keep Morgan in the academy, and I might just promote Aidan Clark straight away. He's actually higher rated than Anthony Patterson, so this guy will be our second choice. Almost high enough, excuse me, higher rated than Burge, who we had as his backup last season. He was 68, and Burge, of course, left us, not signing a contract. So, promote Aidan Clark. There we go, and I feel like our team's mostly done at the moment. That looks very, very good. Everyone in the right positions now. Swapped Moreno actually to a right wing, and that kind of does look perfect going into this season, I'm not going to lie. We haven't touched cams in the window because we've got plenty. We've got Moreno, Pritchard, Embleton, Edozie and Valet on the bench. Of course, we've got plenty of strikers now. Afobe, Clark Harris and Campbell, all experienced in the Championship. We've got a young defence, but a very, very good one, apart from Romero. We've got Doyle, who's like 19, Ted Mengi, who's 22 in this save, and Dominic Thompson, who's actually 24. It's older than I thought. And Babadinga, who's 19. Midfield could be stronger still, I'm not going to lie, but Zambrano's going to get his chance this season. Kane's just come in, and 09's still never ever fit. As we've got a loan offer from Rangers, actually. That's a decent loan offer for Ryan Cassidy before we move on to this Rotherham game, and I am going to let him go out to Rangers if he does decide to do so, as Aidan Clark's been dreaming of his chance in the squad for a while. He's got the sporadic role, but he's going to be the rotational one, as we are on to Rotherham, 19th place, and the previous seasons, as you guys well know, the first game of the season has always defied us. Last two set us up for kind of failure. We had a really bad start in the last season that made us actually end up coming short of the playoffs after a good run. We had the season before where we got sacked because we started really badly with Notts Forest, and the season before we started okay, but then we never actually reached the Premier League because we got knocked out in the playoffs. So Luke 09, I made the decisions, mate. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you, but I'm going to show you the team right now. This is going to be my opening day squad, and there's a lot of happy faces, which is very good. Players must think the business has been okay for once. I had a message from the captain, Embleton, saying we're not on track, like I usually did from Joe Worrell all the time, as Baba's going to be in goal. Romero, Mengi, Doyle and Thompson make up our new back four, with Zambrano and Herbie Kane in front. He's going to start. Moreno, Pritchard and Elliot Embleton on the left hand side, just over Pritchard because he can play wide, as Campbell will be up front. We've got the backup brigade on the bench. We've got Clark Harris, Edozie, Valet, and I'm going to swap Burgess for right, just with Matheson and 09 there as well. Drew Yearwood still in the physio room as we travel away as well to the New York Stadium. Can we get a win against Rotherham? And Rotherham's team, it's Victor Johansson, Michael Ikewe, Angus MacDonald, Heron Marin, Wes Harding and Shane Ferguson as a back five, with Lindsay, Wiles and Barceleza in front, Freddie Ladapo and Michael Smith up front. This is a team, no offence to Rotherham and Rotherham fans, it's one of them teams you kind of do want to start the season off with. It's not a big gun. Hopefully teams consider is a big gun right now, but it's one of those teams you want to win against and you feel like you can. So let's get kickoff done. Right, we are kicking off in our yellow kit. I remember when I came to this club, we were struggling against Middlesbrough to survive, and last season the shock of not hitting the playoffs was a little bit of a big one because we did do really well at the end of last season. So it's hopefully optimistic for this year as Zambrano. This is good passing. Herbie Kane with an opening shot, and it's just wide of the post 4 minutes in. Quite a big chance was that one from Herbie Kane as he's on the ball again. He looks like he likes to get on it. That is good from him as Moreno going to turn back and give it to Romeo, and new right back into Kane again. Round the corner. Pritchard, he's got a bit of space to run into and he can hit this. Has it hit a hand? No, it hasn't, but it has hit Zambrano. As I think, yes, it was offside anyway. It's good promise. Still no early goal from it yet, though, and I would absolutely love an early goal in this game. Herbie Kane, release Moreno. That's a good ball down the line. We've got Campbell making the run in the middle. It's still Moreno. He's going to shoot on this angle, and the keeper saves it. Didn't catch it at first, but it still didn't go through to Campbell, as that is just us all over Rotherham at the start of this game at their place. Usually it's an open game, first game of the season. Both teams just finding the footing and the fitness, but no. All us. And I'm really enjoying it. However, Freddie Ladapo don't. Oh, good block from Doyle, that one, as Herbie Kane. Another great pass. He's doing everything right today. As now Campbell finds the pass back into Elliot Embleton as well. Players flooding forward. It's through to Pritchard. Pritchard has Kane in front of him. Kane just tackled, but it still falls back to us. Into Kane. Get that pass off. He has done into Pritchard. He fights for everything. As it's going to be a couple of 1-2s in the middle. Takes it. Goes for another crack to the keeper. As it's into Zambrano in the midfield. I mean, I've never known us deserve a goal at the start of a game more than right now. As now it's Embleton running down the line. We've got men in the middle. Man at the back post in Moreno. That was just a bit far-fetched. It should have probably gone central to Campbell, as it's our first corner of this new season. Can we score from it? No. Wiles with a swinging foot as Romeo heads that down to Moreno in the midfield to Embleton. There's a man on the deck. Still going to play on. It's Pritchard who can shoot from range. Hits Marin. Still the ball falls back to us. Herbie Kane into Campbell. Pritchard goes from range and it's saved from, Hansen. Can we just score? Please. It's another whipped in ball. Keeper's going to dive on that one though. And if this is 0-0 at half time, I'll be kind of disappointed. As I think, oh dear, Campbell stayed down from actually lunging at that corner. So maybe Johnson Clark-Harris has to start earlier than I wanted him to, as they're going to attack right here. It's Jamie Lindsay around the corner. It's a 1-2 right there into Ikirwe, and that's a poor pass, so we're going to easily read that. Mengi and Romeo now on it. We've got literally just over 5 minutes left of this half, so let's try and hurry it up, shall we? Romeo plays a 1-2. It's not a good pass finally, but still do keep the ball. Triangle's going. He is actually injured, is Campbell as well. As look through that gap. That's a great ball into Moreno. Not the best of touches. And it's Lindsay still running with it right here as Dominic Thompson leaves in a foot. It's going to be a Hirkway to throw this one backwards to Angus McDonald through that middle. Wiles. We're just not going to have the time, are we? Wes Harding out wide now into Ferguson. There's 1 minute added on in this game as we need to win that header. We don't do. Campbell still chasing it down as that's the half-time whistle. 0-0. Should not be at all. We should be in the lead by far in this one, as we're going to make that change, of course. Tyrese Campbell is going to come off. Don't want to risk him. As Clark-Harris, welcome to Sunderland earlier than you thought, mate. Can't speak. 45 minutes to prove how good we are, as it's Freddie Ladapo though. Rotherham starting with the ball. They've not been in our half much, but they are now, of course, as now Smith onto Ladapo. He's got a free option right here. Romeo, where are you? As Mengi has to come across. It's a 1-2. Ladapo looking for an angle. Has to pass it back out to Ferguson, and Mengi making the tackle on the overlap. That was a chance for them, you know. And I'm not happy with that, as now Herbie Kane's going to try and take this away. He hasn't got the pace, though, to run down that line all the way, as Moreno's going to try and put that over the top to Pritchard. Never getting that. Now Dominic Thompson has some defending to do right here against the right wing back and does get the touch on the ball. However, they still have it. It's Barca. It's lag. Hypermotion in the new game? I don't think so. I think it's just lagging it out, as now Herbie Kane's going to run with it right here. Put a ball through right there, and it's a good one onto Elliot Embleton. What a tackle though from McDonald, as it's a good ball through as well. Michael Smith onto Ladapo. Tackle from Romeo. He's going to take a pop shot there, and it's handball. It's handball. Rotherham have a penalty an hour into this one, which we have absolutely dominated. And it looks like we could go 1-0 down in it. I cannot believe this. It's Michael Smith against Babadinga. But we dive the right way like we most of the time do, you know. And Babadinga does what he does most well, as we're going to try and defend this corner as well. Half an hour left. We've been let off the hook big time, as I thought that was handball from Pritchard. No, we're going to try and get on this ball. It's Romeo, the right back, can't pass that ball. And Wiles in the midfield right there. I don't think Johnson Clark-Harris has got a chance to touch this ball in this half yet, as that was hitting the back of the net all the way. So Baba carefully left it as now Romeo. Let's try and get forward in this second half for one, shall we? It's actually been a lot of them on the ball as Moreno is going to try and drill down this wing. He's got a bit of a gap. He's got men in the middle. Can we reach one? Terrible cross. And I'd rather not have a 1-1 draw to start this season off, you know. It's not the best of things when you've got a team like ours. We drew the first game 0-0 last season as Lindsay onto the Dapo. Smith with a shot and Baba had to save. Rather unconventionally, but did, as Valley's going to come onto the field now. Right, going to call on the backup brigade as Oliver Rathbone comes on for Lindsay for them. As that's a good ball into Oliver Rathbone, as now it's Barceleza whipping it in. Romeo with a block on this left-hand side when he should be on the right, but everyone's out of position as they go to the edge of the box. It's Marin. If we make a tackle here, which we do, we can try and flood forward. As get that pass off Pritchard, you've got to keep that off Rathbone, as there's a little bit of afters on it right there into Ikewe. Bad pass though, straight to Zambrano, and now let's try and get forward, shall we? As Pritchard, they're just sliding all over the place. Their slide tackles are amazing as it's on to Smith right here. Doyle tackles, and how is that a penalty? This game is awful. How is that a spot kick? It's Callum Doyle. What did he do? Did he tackle him? No way that hit his hand. No way. Another penalty to Rotherham. It's Smith. Is he going the same way? He's not, but he's going the other way and missing. How can we dominate a game so much but be so lucky not to be behind? That's 2 penalties missed by the hosts, and I tell you what, any other day last season or the season before, we would be 2 or 3 or 4 or 5-0 down, because that's just our luck, as hopefully it changes here. It's Valley through. We've passed it in the middle to Pritchard, and Pritchard's put it in the top bin. We've got the goal on the counter from their missed penalty, and that will hurt them big time. It's Alex Pritchard, the ex-captain, who I was doubtful putting in the squad this season. We had Edoze, we had Valley, but I still opted for him, and that is why. What a strike into that top bin that one is. And we do have the lead in the opening day. It looks like 3 points. Bang. What a goal. Absolutely love it from him. And them 2 missed penalties. Oh, how will they hurt right now? They will be absolutely fuming with them. The manager, forgot his name, but he looks like Pep Guardiola, doesn't he? He's going to be mental on the sideline as Clark-Harris. Is it time for 2? I don't know if he's off or not, as Valley hits it straight at him, and he was offside. As opening day, I'll definitely take a 1-0 win right here as they're trying to hurry it up. That header's not a good one though. It's hit the back of their head as Matheson's come on as well. Mengi, he's been brilliant on his debut, apart from the penalty, of course, as that's a dodgy pass forward as well. Just need to see this out. There's going to be added time on this as Thompson, please. No, how are you letting him get that ball right there as he's still kept him out though? Zambrano, 3 minutes of added time as Pritchard gets that ball through to Clark-Harris right here, and Clark-Harris needs support. Embleton, that's a dodgy touch though. How the hell did he pull that off as Rathbone forward to Ogbene through the middle. Freddie Ladapo, don't let him get that ball back. It's a terrible tackle that Mengi, and he could be off, you know. That was my fault. I really just threw my body at that. I did not want him doing anything from it at all, as it's going to be a yellow card. Okay. I have no idea how we've got away with that. That's a red card any day of the week for me, but hey ho, it's not for me this time. It's a yellow as a free kick to end the game off. It's Barceleza. And my days, I thought he was sending it to space the way he lined up for that one, as it's a 1-0 opening day win. All the new signings, fantastic. 3 points, fantastic. And the start of the season, for a first game, was a bit dodgy, of course, the 2 penalty misses, but we've got ourselves over the line. Very good win. And we are in those playoffs to start the season off. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Of course, there's 45 more games to play before we get to the end of this season, but hopefully it will be a good one as Tyrese Campbell's out for 4 weeks. Johnson Clark-Harris was okay, but I'd rather have Tyrese Campbell in there, as it looks like Benny Kafobe is going to return to be the backup again. He loves being second choice. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate up to the next game, see if we get any offers in like we have done right here. Aidan Clark, it's a loan offer from Malaga. And that's actually a high up team. So although he's my backup, I'm going to accept that. I would like him getting some experience there. As we're going to simulate to the next game. see what happens. We're down to 9th, but of course we can't do any better than we did do. We got 1 win out of 1, as Rangers are going to take Ryan Cassidy for a year. That is absolutely perfect. Some good experience for him right there, as they're going to take Aidan Clark of Malaga for 1 year as well. That's perfect as well. So we're going to be going on to Millwall at the start of next episode, as the games are Millwall, Wigan, Derby, Preston and Burnley. I'm going to say Hull, but that's Burnley, I can't see. As then it's Crewe after that, and a couple more games right there, and then a couple more games right there, all onto the games this season, as that is just the perfect start to the season that we needed. Pritchard on the top scoring sheet, of course, because he's got his only goal, and I am very happy with how today's gone. It's the best start we've had to a season in a while, hasn't it? Definitely on FIFA 22. As thank you guys for watching this episode. Like, comment, share and subscribe with a notification bell on as well if you're excited for this season. Hopefully 5th time is a charm and we can get to the Premier League. So stay tuned for this. Take care in a bit, and I'll see you all later. Peace.